We should be live. Welcome to the SCIF. This is SCIF 187. I'm Matt. That's Stu. Got a big show for you tonight. This is the Green Beret Life. We are a 501c3. Go and check out our website, thegreenberetlife.com. We don't post dates and everything up there, but we do training for firearms, pistol, rifle, shotgun, and we do some other outdoor stuff too. If you have any questions, please get a hold of us. If you have any questions on wanting to join the military and just need some advice, you can hit us up at the greenberetlife@gmail.com. We will get back to you. Sometimes it takes a little time. I hope everybody had a good Christmas. I hope everybody is getting ready for a new year. 2024 is going to be a year. Boy, we're going to have a rough year in 2024. I just want to say that, but we're making strides because the end of 2024 is when we're going to start taking our country back, folks. We're going to reelect Donald J. Trump as the 47th president of the United States, and we're going to get rid of a bunch of rhinos. We're going to primary a bunch of rhinos this year and take solid control of both the House and the Senate, and we're going to get our elections under control. So between now and then, get ready because the deep state will push back. They will push back. So some of that stuff we're going to talk about tonight, and Stu and I are going to give our opinions on what's going on. We do want to talk about some other things, such as we had a firearms icon pass away yesterday in Gaston Glock. We're going to talk about that a little bit. We're going to talk about Palmetto State Arms because they've just released, speaking of Glock, their Dagger Micro. Interesting gun, I have to say. You know, you guys all know I'm not a huge Glock fan. Not really anything against the guns. I don't like the way the company operates. But no doubt about the fact that they are icons and change the firearms industry forever, and I think for the better. And you got to give credit where credit is due, Stu. And I'm a poet but didn't know it, right? So right now, just south of our southern border in Mexico, we do have one of the largest migrant caravans on its way to the United States. And in a bit of kabuki theater, you've got Blinken and Mayorkas down there.
Well, Matt, what's the size of this current caravan that's coming in?
Oh, it's to be honest, it's thousands and thousands. I don't know the exact size of it. Have you gotten exact size?
No, I haven't, but I was. You were telling me the comedy of New York needing a 5-day waiting period before anybody can, deliver any migrants to their doorstep because, despite that, they've advertised they're a sanctuary city and they're, this neighborhood loves all, no hate here. They need a 5-day waiting period, even though, Texas takes in tens of thousands of them a week. They need
a day.
Yeah, you're right. Probably a day. They need the waiting period in order to be able to take these in.
Well, I did want to make the point that we have a real flaccid representative of the United States.
That's a descriptive word. That just puts a mental image that I don't need.
We have Mayorkas and Blinken down there. They're not. If you haven't figured it out by now, folks, this is all intentional. Okay, there's no intent. When the state of Texas basically says we can arrest illegals and deport them, and then the Biden administration sues them. When Arizona and Texas put up barriers to keep the mass flow of migrants from coming in, and the administration sues them to take it down. When the state of Texas puts barriers across the Rio Grande to stop unfettered migration into this country, and the administration sues them to take that. When we send National Guard to the border and they use the National Guard to help facilitate and in-process more illegals and lift barbed wire fences and cut fences to help people through, you can only make one assumption, and this is common sense.
Matt, the thing is, you can really tell whenever you watch some of these Senate hearings. Mm-hmm. You can tell whenever just by watching it, they're lying they're dissembling and they're hiding information because they will not answer a question. You can tell the difference if you watch the Senate hearings when they had the FBI whistleblowers and they're asking the whistleblowers questions. It's just bam, direct answer to the question. Didn't matter if it was Republican or Democrat. Granted, the Democrats tried to spin their questions to get the result they wanted, but they were straight, direct, open, honest answers to the question that was asked. Anytime you see Mayorkas or Blinken or anyone else up there being asked questions by the Senate, the first thing it is that, well, thank you, Representative XYZ from the great state of ABC. I want to thank you so much. Every single time is to burn out the clock, to run
Stu,
it out. And can you repeat the question? I don't understand the question.
I need to interrupt you real quick.
Yeah.
I'm getting comments here that we're not live on Rumble, and I don't see Rumble and Odyssey up in our stream.
Let me see. Actually, yeah, for some reason, Odyssey is saying that we're not live right now, but the chat is. And Green Beret Life is saying 8 viewers waiting.
What in the heck? Let me.
I'm not even sure where you're seeing live chat because even my Rumble live chat doesn't have anything.
I'm getting live chat on YouTube.
Oh, okay. I don't have the YouTube up. I'm looking at the other ones.
Why does it say waiting? It says offline and waiting. What is going on? I am really confused as to what. Did we miss a step or did we?
I don't think so because on the StreamYards we had everything looked like it was ready to go and waiting.
It has nothing up for. Oh boy, my Lord!
What happened?
Thanks, Kathy. We're not up. We're not up on Odyssey. We're not up on Rumble, and I don't.
No, I'm not. Both of them are showing not up. I'm looking at them in my browser. I don't have YouTube up. I just have these two.
Let me see. Yeah, it's just it has people waiting. I don't know what's going on. How can I go live?
Can you go back into StreamYard?
I'm trying to get back into StreamYard.
Okay. Because all I see is my guest stuff. I don't see any of the back.
I'm editing right now. I'm going to Odyssey. Odyssey is scheduled. Why is it not on? Save changes. Okay, Odyssey, is it up? Go look at Odyssey.
Yeah, let me refresh.
I'm going into Rumble.
Okay. Sorry, guys. We told you a couple of weeks ago we're doing this on our own with no training wheels for the first time. So there's there are going to be issues
It shows it being up. So tell me if it's on at this stage.
All right. It looks like Odyssey might be. Yep, Odyssey is. Let me refresh Rumble. Hey, I think I'm coming through on your end. I could hear myself.
Okay, hold on.
I hate hearing my own voice.
There we go. How about, is that better? Okay, we should be up. Kathy, can you tell us if we're live on Rumble?
Hey, Matt, you're coming through the. Wait, hold on. Never mind. It might be over here. Let me.
Yeah, okay. You got to turn down the volume for Rumble and Odyssey.
Yep, I just muted it. My Rumble is not refreshing over here.
Let me double check. Sorry, folks. Boy, oh boy. If it's not one thing, it's another. And
you got the new guys here trying to get it sorted out and figured out.
I am going to Rumble right now to see if we are live.
Yeah, we're good. We're good on Odyssey. For whatever reason, my Rumble's not pulling up on my browser.
This is just really odd. I mean, it's if it's not one, this may or may not be. I can't even find myself in the.
Okay, it looks like we're live on Rumble. I've got it on my phone.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Thanks, Kathy, for the update on that. I don't know what happened there. It should have gone. I had to manually put it up, and we shouldn't have had to have done that. I don't know why. But either way, sorry, folks that were waiting on Odyssey. Sorry, folks that were waiting on Rumble. We got into the show, and Kathy let us know that we weren't coming up on Rumble. So hopefully we are up and operating now, basically talking about the illegal situation in the southern border and how we have two fools down there playing kabuki theater with the Mexican government because we have one of the largest migrant trains that is coming here to the United States that are in Mexico right now. Mexico government wants them out of their country and are doing nothing to stop them. They're doing nothing to stop them from coming into their country. You know why? Money. It's all money, because that money that's going through the cartels are going into the Mexican government. So there's nothing there. There is nothing there in order to.
Well, the thing is, too, Matt, you have a ton of NGOs operating, and 501c3s operating inside of our own country. The majority of them being religious based. Mm-hmm. That are getting funds from the government to take these people in, relocate them, give them whatever it is that they need. So, we have now our churches that are helping the administration facilitate breaking the law. These people are here illegally. They should not be here. So it's a shell game of basically the government funding it through these NGOs and 501c3. So we're paying for all of it. These charities, yes, they get some money from their diehard, bleeding heart, supporters, but the government gives them money to facilitate this. So we're paying for it, 3 different ways.
Yeah, I mean, they're destroying the country every possible way. I'll give you a personal example. In fact, I'm going to give you 2 personal examples here. As everybody here knows, I had a couple pretty severe brain injuries. In my last brain injury, I spent the better part of 2 years in a brain program at a major hospital in Minneapolis. And I remember being on the elevator one day going to my one of my appointments, and in came some hospital representatives and some translators with a bunch of what I believe to be were Somali immigrants. And they were telling the Somali immigrants via the translator, we're going to get you over to Catholic Charities. Catholic Charities is going to get your immigration status cleared up, and then we're going to get you all set up, which set up means, I think, with food, housing, education, medication, all this, medical care, yep. All of this. And this is what we're doing, folks. And this is we're $34 trillion in debt. And this is what we're doing while Americans sit on the street, while veterans wait in line at the VA, not getting serviced, while we're taking staff out of the VA to service illegals coming into our country. That will provide.
Weren't you saying, Matt, that there's a lot of the staff that is not in the VA hospitals now servicing veterans because they're being pulled out and retasked to other facilities?
Last year in 2022, they said the better part, just under 200,000 illegals were served while veterans were waiting online for medical and dental care by VA staff. So the VA is servicing illegals over veterans, folks. This is what's going on.
Even you were just telling me to get the new glasses that you just got. How long did it take you to get an appointment?
Boy, it took me the better part of the summer. I get the glasses. Yeah. They're the wrong prescription. Now this is going to be another 6-month ordeal to try to get proper glass prescriptions.
And again, it's ridiculous when the government it shouldn't be this hard to get the care that, the veterans were promised as contingent upon their service. There's no reason why the VA or the government can't say, hey, here's a voucher, go down to Denny Vision, get your glasses, they'll bill it to the VA.
Yeah,
they can limit the dollar amount, $200 frames, whatever they want to do, put stipulations on it so people aren't going in and getting the Gucci frames or whatever, $100 set of frames. If there's anything other than that, you pay it. There are ways around it. They don't want to do it.
The deal is the VA was in big trouble. Under the Trump administration, VA improved drastically. And it's odd because the one I would go to, the VA that I would go to, the picture, they put up the picture of the president and all of that, right, at the front. Mm-hmm. So as soon as Trump won, the pictures of Barack Obama were taken down after a little while, but the pictures of Trump it took forever to put any picture of Donald Trump up, right, in the VA. Right. And as soon as Biden gets elected, his picture's right up. Boom. Right. So, and I don't want to, everybody knows we're on YouTube here. And I am going to make a comment real quick. We're going to get the hell off of YouTube. We're on YouTube here to try to bring people over to Rumble and Odyssey. Okay, that's why we're here.
I guess as part of that effort to bring people over, and a lot of you guys, the people on Rumble and Odyssey missed it. I guess the people that need to hear it on YouTube didn't. But Matt brought up about Gaston Glock passing away. We're going to talk about that a little bit. We're going to bring up the kind of flesh out a topic we talked about last week a little bit with the Houthi rebels and the activity going on in the Red Sea and kind of what we can look at that affecting big picture. There's, a couple of other issues, a couple other things we may try and get to with the ATF and the pistol brace ban and kind of where that sits right now legally. I've been trying to wrap my head around it. There's a lot of back and forth. I'm not super accustomed to reading through these filings and stuff because it's all written in legalese. It's meant to confuse the peons like us. Trying to educate myself on it and be able to go through there and pick out the relevant parts. But we've got some broad strokes we can hit until we're a little more familiar with the ins and outs of it. But and Matt was talking about there was a new firearm that Palmetto State Armory's got out. What was it? The Dagger.
The Dagger Micro. The Dagger Micro.
Yeah. So
it's actually pretty interesting.
A few topics and stuff we're going to be talking about.
Yeah. So guys on YouTube, thanks for joining us here on YouTube. We are going to switch over here right now and go to Rumble and Odyssey. And just for the simple reason, I don't want to get tripped up because I want to talk about election stuff. I want to talk about illegals coming into this country. I want to talk about things that are being done to facilitate illegals to the detriment of American citizens. And hey, look, I want to help everybody. I don't want to see anybody suffer anywhere in the world, but our priority is to help Americans. Okay. Americans are suffering. They need to be priority for this country. Okay. Period. Amen. And that's the way it is. I'm sorry. Like I said, I wish we could help everybody. We open our doors and allow the billions of people from around the world to come here. The United States will now become third world, and nobody will get any care. This is the design.
Well, this is what's going down. Matt, the statement is simple. Before you go trying to help others, get your own house in order. We have tons within our own borders that we need to handle. There's all sorts of safety nets that need to be revamped, restructured, done away with, or consolidated. But as well as I do, there's no, once a government program is enacted, it is hell and high water before it is diminished, changed, or I don't think ever discontinued. But there's so much stuff that needs to be redone. It needs to be addressed before we go, playing Mother Teresa to the rest of the world.
Well, it's not even, you come from a different country. In some states, you get free college education, where the schleps that are paying the taxes that are paying for that college education have to work their ass off to send their kids through college, right? Yep. They don't get free internet. They don't get free phones. There are the special programs with cricket powered by T-Mobile for people that are on welfare to get special programs on their internet, right? And then on top of that, you have veterans that serve this country that are taking a back seat while staff is taken from the VA to go and service these same illegals. On top of that, we're supposed to stand in line while the senior citizens of this country who have worked and paid into Social Security their whole life watch Social Security slowly die, because now we're giving Social Security to immigrants that come to this country that never worked a day in their life and paid into Social Security. This is a travesty. This is a slap in the face, and everybody should be pissed off about it. And we need to make sure the politicians understand that this is no longer acceptable. So I have blame to go out for both sides, because these policies were primarily pushed by the Democrats, but the Republicans sort of gave them the wink and the nod and put zero pushback to any of it, because the Republican Party is weak. The Republican Party is a joke. We have a few fighters in the Republican Party, and that's about it. But the majority of the GOP is a radical joke that are working against us, by the way. So,
and hey, can you guys do us a favor? You've been helping us out a lot in the chat, letting us know whenever our ability is not meeting our expectations. Can you guys just double check, make sure everything is streaming fine? We kind of try and monitor it here in our sidebars, but I've got mine looks like it's kind of frozen. I'm not sure how Matt, if he's monitoring his, it looks like it's flowing well.
I've got thumbs up on Rumble. I've got thumbs up on Rumble so
perfect. That's just what I wanted to make sure. I don't want us to be talking to ourselves here.
So Austin and Kathy have both told us we're good on Rumble. So we're going to switch over right now. YouTube sucks. And please come and join us over at Rumble and Odyssey, and we will see you there.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know what's